3232. This is my video explanation for task 1.2p for my repetition.cs file. So in this repetition.cs file, there are three loops that we are going to discuss. The first one is the for loop, the second one is the do while loop, and the third one is the while loop. For the for loop, I have declared two variables, sum and average. Sum is of integer type, whereas average is of double data type. There is one more variable called upper bound, which is of integer type, and I have assigned the value of sum to be 0 and upper bound to be 100, and I have assigned the for loop with the initial number int number equal to 1, and while the number is less than the upper bound, which is the upper limit, we are going to increase the value of the number by 1, and we are going to add that to our sum variable whose current value is 0, but as soon as the loop iterates, the value of the sum keeps on increasing. And then I'm going to find the average by converting the sum from int to double and then dividing that by upper bound to get the average, and then I'm gonna print the result that sum is so and so and the average is so and so. So let's run this particular program. For that, I'm gonna use the .NET run program.cs method in my terminal. So the sum is 5454 and the average is 50.5. So this is about the for loop. I'm gonna comment this out, and then I'm gonna move forward to my do while loop. Alrighty, so again in my do while loop, I have the same variables, sum, just a sec, yep, all done. Alright, again I have the same variables, sum, average, upper bound, and here I've already declared the number outside the function. Here I've declared the number variable inside my for loop, but here I've already declared it. And what do while does is it's gonna perform a task and then check the condition whether the condition is true or not. So it's gonna perform this particular thing and then gonna check if the number is less than equal to 100. So the first iteration would always be there in the do while loop, and is the same logic again. We're gonna assign the value number 1, and we are gonna increase the value after every iteration in the do while loop, and by the time number is less than equal to 100, the do while loop is gonna perform, and then my result is gonna be printed on the screen. And here I have one more line, console.write line, where the current number will be represented by the number whose value would be iterating. It will start with 1 and gonna end at 100, and the sum value of sum. So initially it would be 1, then 3, then it's gonna be 7, so on till 5454. Alrighty, I'm gonna run this particular program again and see. Here's the result. The sum is 5454 and the average is 54.5. And here are my all the iterations. The current number is 2, the sum is 1. Since this number is equal to 1, we have increased the number before this particular write line. If I cut it from here and put this particular line above the number and redo the program, execute the program again, then you will see the current number is 1 and the sum is 1. Already, this is about the do while loop. I'm gonna comment this out using multi-line comment, and this is the end of this particular do while loop. So now the third loop we are going to discuss is the while loop, and here's my while loop. It's different from do while because it's gonna check the condition first of the loop, then it's gonna say whether this particular condition is true or false. Already, oh yeah, I made an error. Hold on. So this is my while loop. Again, we have the same variable sum, average, upper bound, and the number. While the number is less than 100, it's gonna add the value of the number to the sum variable and gonna increase the number variable by 1 after each iteration. And again, it's gonna calculate the average by converting the sum integer to a double and dividing that by the upper bound and storing that particular information in the double average variable, and gonna print the result in the console. So I'm going to run this particular program again. The sum is 5454 and the average is 50.5. Alright, this is the end of the video, and thank you for watching.